Imagine an ordinary sunrise, the kind people barely notice anymore. The sky brightens, birds stir awake, and the world eases into another day. But then, without warning, something changes. The sun, the familiar golden disk that has governed life for billions of years, swells. It expands quickly and impossibly, doubling in size in minutes. No flare warns of its transformation. No gradual brightening hints at disaster. One moment the sun is normal, the next it dominates the sky like a swollen, blinding eye staring down at Earth. The first thing people notice is the light. It becomes painfully bright, too intense to look at even through protective lenses. Shadows sharpen into black, razor-edged silhouettes. Surfaces heat rapidly. Pavement softens. Metal becomes too hot to touch. Skin burns within seconds. Plants shrivel as their leaves fail to cope with the sudden influx of radiation. The air itself begins to shimmer under waves of brutal heat. Then comes the temperature spike. The sun may not be closer, but doubling in size means an enormous increase in energy output. Within an hour, global temperatures rise by tens of degrees. Insects die by the billions. Birds flee instinctively, trying to escape a threat that encompasses the entire sky. Human technology falters. Power grids strain under the surge of AC units running at maximum capacity, then collapse altogether. The world plunges into a heat-soaked emergency with no plan capable of addressing it. Oceans begin reacting almost immediately. Evaporation skyrockets, sending colossal plumes of steam into the atmosphere. Storm systems form at impossible speed, towering hurricanes, spiraling heat cyclones, thunderclouds that blacken the sky but bring little relief. Humidity becomes suffocating. Coastal regions transform into dense fogscapes as seawater lifts into the air faster than winds can carry it away. Within a day, ecosystems collapse. Coral reefs bleach instantly. Fish die in boiling shallows. Forests ignite spontaneously, vast landscapes turning into flickering infernos. The Amazon becomes a single sprawling wildfire visible from space. Animals flee in confusion, migrating toward cooler regions only to find the heat chasing them relentlessly. Polar ice begins melting at a rate so fast it looks like time-lapse footage come to life. Human life becomes a desperate struggle against an environment that has turned violently hostile. People retreat into underground shelters, mines, basements, anywhere shielded from the lethal sunlight. Governments mobilize emergency responses, but infrastructure fails too quickly for coordinated action. Aircraft cannot fly in the overheated, unstable atmosphere. Satellites glitch from solar radiation spikes. Communication networks falter. Across the world, night becomes the planet's only refuge. As soon as the sun's glare dips below the horizon, temperatures plunge. Brief, desperate hours of survivability. People emerge to gather water, repair equipment, or simply breathe air that no longer scorches their lungs. But the new megasun doesn't allow long nights. Its expanded size alters Earth's rotation dynamics and atmospheric distribution. Shadows shorten. Nights shrink. Daylight extends, creeping into regions that once enjoyed cool, dark winters. Scientists scramble to calculate how long Earth can last. The answer is grim. Even if the sun remains stable at twice its size, which itself defies physics, Earth's orbit is now bathed in enough radiation to trigger runaway greenhouse effects. Within weeks, oceans could begin boiling. Atmospheric chemistry changes too. Water vapor, now abundant, traps heat more efficiently, accelerating the warming. Clouds become dense silver mirrors that reflect some sunlight but trap even more heat beneath them. Weather becomes apocalyptic. Storms rage endlessly, fueled by extreme evaporation and temperature differences. Lightning becomes a constant presence. Tornadoes form where they never have before. Entire regions become uninhabitable. Cities like Phoenix, Dubai, and New Delhi surpass temperatures that no biological organism can endure outdoors. Even temperate zones transform into scorching deserts, and yet amid the chaos, humanity adapts as it always has. Engineers design subsurface cooling habitats, Scientists develop reflective shielding technologies. Oceanographers find ways to accelerate cloud formation to block sunlight. Nations collaborate out of necessity rather than goodwill. People learn to live at dawn and dusk, hiding during the murderous daylight hours. Still, Earth edges toward a tipping point. The atmosphere thickens with steam. The oceans retreat as evaporation outpaces rainfall. Rivers diminish. Rainforests vanish entirely. The planet begins to resemble a younger, harsher version of itself. A humid, hellish world with searing heat and dense, swirling clouds. Eventually, after months of suffering, the sun stabilizes. It does not grow further. It does not shrink back. It simply remains a doubled giant, hanging in the sky, ruling Earth with a fiery tyranny. The planet stops spiraling into immediate destruction, but the damage is irreversible. Species lost will never return. Ecosystems are forever altered. Human civilization becomes a subterranean one, thriving beneath the surface while the world above belongs to the scorching daylight. Generations later, children will hear stories of a time when the sun was smaller, when people walked freely under the open sky, when oceans stretched endlessly without boiling storms hovering above them. To them, such tales will sound like myths, strange, beautiful, and impossible. But every morning when the enormous sun rises once more, Earth remembers. It recalls the day its star grew twice as large, rewriting the laws of nature and reshaping every form of life that crawls upon its fragile surface.